Hello everyone, it's Sue from Crafts and Joy. Welcome to my craft room today. I'm just having a quick slurp of my coffee. How are we all? Welcome to my craft room, and today I'm going to be making 3 cards for you, but I'm also going to be showing you a few bit of troubleshooting. So if you're struggling with over inking or getting dies to fit around your stamps, your stamped images, tune in. Don't miss the end of the session as well. If you have any questions that you'd like to ask me, I'll try and answer them as we go through. I'm going to get that on my iPad so I can see the comments. It's just connecting. 1 second. I think it's not. Okay, so so hopefully the comments should work this week. I know I've had a few problems with the comments not working, but yes, so we're going to go ahead, join me on my craft desk. Hopefully this will work. There we are. Oh, my bit of glare on from my stamp. So I've got a frog in my throat again. I'm going to make a simple card today. I'm going to use, you'll see this little chap here, my stamp apparatus. Oh, so it's got a big glare from it, from my lights. I've got all my lights on, try and make it a bit brighter for you. So I'm going to be using the Inspiring Iris. If you're looking for something that is a real good sort of stamp set, this is quite a good starter one. Because it obviously has, you can use these in lots of different ways, these stamps. So I will show those in later weeks. So yes, it only just have focal images, stamps to colour in. So if you're not good at colouring, I don't have anything to colour in with, this could be a real good one. It's got sending hugs and prayers and love, wishing you the best, thanks. You are somebody who makes everybody feel like somebody. I like sayings like that. I'm a bit of a, and also it's got a carnation stamp. Don't see many of those around. So it's also got ones you can colour in from, and it's just really good. I don't use this stamp enough, but I'm sure I will. And you know me, I like to use every single stamp. So that's me. So last week you may have remembered that, I may not remember. I cut a frame, and I used this is the inside bit that I cut out of the frame. I've kept it. There we are. I think we're getting that. It's got a stitched framelit that I used to cut a frame out. I only used the edge piece, so this is the bit that's left over. I'm afraid I used every step of what I have left. So this is how I work. This is how I craft. And also we're using a rich raspberry card base for a change, a bit of colour. So I want to show you how the stamp apparatus works. And basically, if you have one of these, you don't really need any of the blocks that you'll often see me using, like this. So the acrylic blocks, I still, you may use them for other things, but that may eliminate that for you. So I'm going to show you, if you're doing lots of same, say you're doing a project where you're doing, say, 10 of the same card, then this would be great, because you could get them all in the same place, put them right in the top left-hand corner, and you could put this. I'm going to show you how it works. So if you're not very good at positioning things, this is how you get them out of the set. So I'm going to want to show you that. So I'm going to put that where I want it to be. So I'm going to put my card right up in that top left corner into this piece towards there. I've got a card under there. And this is where I want my stamp to be. So I'm going to put that there. I'm going to come down with so that's face down on there, and then the sticky bit is going to stick to this part of the stamp apparatus. Also has a grid here, so if you need to line it up, then you can. That's also quite good. So that's stuck to that. I also wanted to put a saying on there, so I might add that in a second, and hopefully that will fit. I think it'll fit the top. So I'll do that in a sec. So I'm going to get my Memento ink. Ink it up from. Can you see what I'm doing there? Let me just come off a second. There we go. I think that may be better for you to come a bit towards me. I'm just going to ink that up, make sure it's all inked. Again, if you weren't very good at inking and you had missed a bit, because it's in the same place, sometimes it sticks to it, but obviously you can just pop it back. If I've missed a bit, I haven't missed a bit on this occasion. I've been quite lucky, funnily enough. I could go back in, ink it up, and do it again. I could go over it again, but unfortunately, I haven't got any missed bits, so I've done quite well. So I'm just going to take that out off of my stamp apparatus, and I'm going to go and get my. you know, I love my chamois. This is what I use all the time for my stamps. So quick and easy is what I love. It's also quite, over the years we've been using all sorts of things to clean our stamps, which I'm not sure they are the best things. But there we go, that's what we've been doing. So there also in the set comes the, just show you that, comes the infill stamp. So if you're not very good at colouring, for me, this is where this stamp comes into its, this stamp box comes into its own. You can absolutely line it up. It's quite difficult from a block because you're like, oh, is it the right place? Even though I can see, and hopefully this will work. I quite like mine over the image, so if it does go over, it doesn't really matter to me. So again, I put it in place on my, I want that to be. If it does stick, I can just pull it down. Oh, that's quite sticky. Again, I'm going to put that right up into the corner where it was. I'm going to use some Rich Raspberry. I've got the old style ink pad here. I need to get some new ones, but they keep going, so you know, I'll be doing other things. My cat's been in here earlier, so he was up on the desk with me. So that's a cat hair. Let me know he's there. So I've just gone over that. I'm just going to gently pull that down, and that's coloured in. That's really cute, isn't it? That's really cool. I like that. I like that. Now I'm going to put a sentiment at the top. So I'm going to use, I think I'm going to have, what was I say I was going to use? Sending hugs and prayers and lots of love. So there, I'm going to squeeze that in at the top there. It is a little bit squidged in because it's a bit of a, my piece of cardboard is a bit small, but I quite like it. I'm going to do that same, exactly the same again. So you're getting the idea here. So if I had lots of these to do, this would be really good. I could use one side and I could use the other side, but I've got quite a small piece of card here, so I'm a bit limited in what I could do. If I was going to take bigger, I could put the stamps on either side, so you can do them really, really quickly. And you just press down. It's also quite good if you've got not very good with your wrists and things, so if you are not great at stamping, this may be the way to go for you. And again, if I could, I'd just squeeze that saying a sentiment on there. There we are. I've got a different place in the camera. I'm used to doing it on my phone, which is a different place, so I quite like that. So I take that off and clean that quickly. I've got quite a lot of things to get through today, so it's exciting. I'm just going to put those out of the way. Put those back. Again, when you've used them, put them back on your sheet that they come on. And then they're good to go for the next time. So that's all clean. Actually, that doesn't take a second, does it? It's really quick. With that chamois, it's just amazing. So that is that. I'll put that back into its case. So we're all ready to mount to pick this up. There, I've been asked questions about over inking, and I think it's pretty easy for me to show you on a block here. Let me just quickly get a stamp, and I can show you. If I over ink, let's just say I'm going to do it with this memento here. I'm going to show you on this. Let me get a scrap of card. Where's my scrap of card gone? Oops, I had it here. There we go. I've got a scrap of card here. Oops. Oh, see? That didn't mean to happen. Whoops. Happens to me too. So if, let's get it over inked and let's come on the side of it. Over inking sometimes happens because you're pressing too hard with it, or it might be that you're not holding the stamp. Sometimes we hold it at a different sort of angle. I'm trying to show you how to do that. So it might be you're pressing over that way. I'm just showing you something like this. It might be. So it could be that we're. But it won't now because I wanted to. It won't do it. If I'd have done it, if I'd have dropped it, something like that. Sometimes you need to start again. But if you've got a little bit like this, I may be able to cover it. Some of the stamps have a, like this one does, has like a splodgy type stamp. Could I get one of these sort of stamps and could I go over it? Can I make it into something else? Who knows? I don't know how bad you want. I mean, that's quite a bad one. But if it's a little bit like this one, I may be able to cover it. That's got a little mark on there, actually. Oh, let's show you. It's got a teeny mark on there. I don't know where that mark came from. But we could cover it with some bling. We could get some some bling or some rhinestones, or I've got some pearls here that I've got left over from another project. So I've got some pinky ones on there, I think. So I'm just going to cover that because it's quite. I didn't notice it until I did that. I've got a little bit there as well. Crikey, how did I manage that? 2. I'm going to put 3 on there. 3 little blingy. Well, they're not 3 little pearls I can put on there. So that's another way to sort of like cover up my little, and that's quite a bland sort of accident, but I'd have to redo that. If you need a little bit, you may be able to cover it with a stone, just sort of hold it like that. Is it big enough? They do different sizes of like bling, or these are pearls here that I'm using. Pop those back in the packet and put those to my left. So I'm just going to mount this one up. My cover on my memento because I'm bound to get in a mess. So, and that is my card. I'm just going to get the glue. Will my glue work? I hope so. I hope it isn't going to be camera shy. No. Oh. Double check that your opening is to the right side, or the left side rather, or where you want it to be. And I'm going to see my iPad isn't connecting to the right bit. Oh, do I have to click on the live? Oh, I've got to click on the live. I can see you now. Oh, I can see you. Sorry, I don't think it was quite connected. Okay, so there we are. That's the card. That's one of the cards today. How quick and easy was that? That's a quick and easy card. Again, I could put a couple of gems in that, or some thing around the sort of frame of the card. Quite cool. Is that straight? I think so. I think it's just me. I think, yeah. That's the first one. I'm just going to clear my stuff away back to my basket. Make room on the desk for the next one. Put the lid on the glue so it still comes out for us. And the second one I wanted to show you was I've never done this before. This is my little basket I put things in. Ahead of time, I try to sort of get some things so I'm not sort of rummaging around in my craft room quite so much. So I know it can be annoying. So I've got a few bits ready. And I keep all my scraps. This is my basket that I put it in. And I keep my scraps. I know people that know me that are watching, they'll be thinking she does. So I know some of my friends are watching. So my crafting friends are watching. So God, let me have a drink. Sorry. So I'm going to use the Healing Hug stamp set. I wanted to create a frame on my cup, like a stamped frame, and I wanted to show you how to use where's my post-it? My post-it. And this morning, I'm quite a bit of a post-it queen, I have to say, but I discovered something this morning that I'd never noticed before. So I have been using post-its in my craft room for quite a long time. And I have noticed that if you use the non-3M, the proper ones, you know, the post-it notes, the 3M ones, they sometimes, the sticky bit at the top, wherever it is, can stick to your card and it can damage it. It takes a few fibres of the card come off when you're doing it. So I noticed, I was looking at this and thought, oh, this pad doesn't have a back to it. I don't know where the back's gone. I noticed that it has like a watermark. Can you see that? If you look on the back of it, it has like a watermark on every sheet. And I never knew that. I've been post-it forever. So if yours is like mine, I thought, oh, is that a normal one, or is that one of the non? That's all I've got. I can't grab one now. This is a non-3M one, and there's no. The paper is thinner. I've been using it for other things, but also there's no like watermark on the back of it, so that's the way to tell. I did not know that. But yeah, I don't know if it was picking up very well, but I'll try and it's on the back of it. But all the pads are the same. I thought, oh, all the pads are the same, and they are. I've got a little one there. I've got a whole pile of them in my craft room. Actually, I see that on the blue one. It's got a little. I can see that. I think you got it there. It's got a little watermark in the back of the pad, and I never knew shit about the sheets. But there we go. That's my revelation for today. So I wanted to make I wanted to mask off an area, but I wanted to do quite a large area. So I thought I wanted to do so I've just got my pencil and made 2 marks of the size I wanted it to be on my card. And I need to take it off my sheet and then cut it, give it a little trim. Grab my trimmer. I have to be quite careful because it tends to stick to everything. It's the only thing. So I'm just going to get a paper trimmer and trim that to my 2 pencil marks. I'm going to keep those because you know me, I use every scrap up. So that's my mask now. So I've made a mask for my card, and I wanted to put that down in the sort of centre. It's quite sort of square. Then I'm going to use the Healing Hug stamp set. I wanted to get the 2 leaf dies the leaf stamps that are in there, and make a bit of a background really. But I wanted to have it so that the stems of the leaves right underneath. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to use a bit of old olive here, and I'm going to do the stamping a couple of times around this because obviously this is full strength. I've just noticed that wasn't inked up. I have re-inked my old olive today, so it should be quite. Oh, that's a good point. Can you see what I've done there? Accidentally, I have over-inked the edge of the stamp. I didn't mean to do that. You can a Q-tip or cotton bud, whatever you call them, and you can go around and take off the excess ink. Oh, that's a happy accident, that one. Make sure I don't drop it anywhere. So you can take it off. I think you're seeing that quite well, actually. So obviously, I've just re-inked this morning, so it's quite a juicy ink. But to be honest with you, I've not hardly re-inked it at all. So there we go. So we're going to get going, and I just want to double check that's going to come out okay by doing it in the top. Oops, not what I did on that. Yeah, it's okay. I'm happy with that. So we're going to get going, and I wanted this sort of like the stem of the flower to be almost on my post-it. So I'm going to do it 2, and I wanted to do a few that were sort of like not full strength on the not full strength, but I'm not re-inking in between. I'm just getting that, and I'm going like that, and I want to make a bit of a frame. And then I wanted to put a bit of there's another leaf stamp on there. I thought I wanted to do that as well. So let's just have a few of those in. Again, I've used I've not re-inked. And I might come back to that, and I might fill in with that one in a sec. See how we go. I might want. I quite like it. Again, I want to create a real sort of border. So you've got like on the edge of it, it's quite full of stamps. So this is great for filling in. Again, you can turn it, twist it, so it makes it look a bit different. I want a little bit poking out there. I might want to go over there. I want it my foliage to be quite dense, I've decided. But I'm just turning my stamps for it to make it different. And I think I'll just put one more down there. Not quite a full one. So there we are. When I take this post-it off, you can see it's a little bit ghosting around the edge. Obviously underneath, I've created a border. Magic. Obviously, I would keep this to use a template for other things because once it's dry, you can reuse it because it's still quite sticky because they are the 3M ones. They tend to last a bit longer. So I'm going to keep that. I have had a time. I think I cut a piece of. Yes, I did. I cut a piece of card to go on there. That it kind of gives it a bit of a really cute border. I like that. Yay! So I wanted to get the. Where did I put it? Here somewhere on my desk. There's a stamp on my desk that I can't see. What have I done with it? Whoops, we are live, folks. And anything happens when you go live. I just lost a stamp that I was going to use. Whoops. What have I done with it? Is it on the floor? had it here a second ago. I know I did. I was just showing you it. Is it in the basket? No. Oh my goodness. How have I just lost the stamp? Okay, let's try and get something else. I can't see it. I had it here a second ago and it's disappeared. How weird. I had it here. Oh no, it was here a second ago. It fallen off. It's disappeared from my desk. I thought it was here a second ago. And it's gone. Okay, so let's put on my main image stamp. It's not in this case, it's that one I'm looking for. And it's disappeared. Oh dear, this is a bit silly, isn't it? Where's it gone? Okay, let's grab something else. It's disappeared. Oh dear. Sorry, folks. I had it here a second ago. It's not in my top. It's not anywhere. Oh dear. How silly. It was here a second ago. It was on there and it's disappeared. I was going to do it. I can't find it. Oh. Okay, let's grab another stamp. Sorry about that, folks. Let's grab the Floral Essence stamp set. You never know, things happen for a reason. I'm never quite sure why, but that hopefully will fit on, and it will. Okay, let's move on. We'll find it in a minute. Someone's been shouting at me again. It's behind you. We are live, but anything can happen when you go live, and this probably happened to you. I lose stamps. Don't normally lose stamps, whole stamps like that. There we go. So, I've got the Floral Essence I've just grabbed from behind me. And hopefully I'm just going to stamp that out. Then I wanted to colour it in. So I have to colour this in now. So we're going to go on. I'm going to grab this technique that I do quite a lot. Obviously I'm going to use Rich Raspberry here because it's to my left. It's one of my favourite colours. So there you go, I'm showing you something different. So I've just got the ink pad there. You saw me do that. I don't know if I got whizzing on or off-putting. I lost the stamp. Oh, there we go. So I've got this ink pad and I am here. I'm squeezing it like so. So this ink pad then becomes my palette. So, and I'm going to colour that. I've got this on Whisper White card. It's not really meant for too much watercolouring, but it'll take a little bit, but it's not the same as colouring in. I'm just going to go around it. The darker piece I think I want is going to be there. Just going to colour this in really quickly. I'm going to quickly fussy cut this out. There we go. And I need a bit of yellow. Let me grab a yellow. So saffron is there. So if you are watercolouring for it like this, you just need to get your scrap bit of paper and just go around in a circle. Same brush, different colour. So I've got So Saffron here, and hopefully that'll be the same. Is that dark enough? There we go. So that's the yellow to colour in the centre of my flower. I'm going to quickly fussy cut that out. Let's put that one back. I'm just going to close that up. I'm just going to close that green one up. Actually, I wanted to show you fussy cutting. So there you go. That may have lost the stamp for a reason. So when you are fussy cutting, I think I've shown you this briefly before. It's easier to cut round the image quickly first, just whiz round it. If you're doing it on this, it's really hard. You've got a big lump of card or whatever you've got. So I'm just gonna, and there are scissors and there are scissors. I can recommend these paper snips from Stampin' Up, and they are really good for cutting out. It's fussy cutting, which is what we're doing here. And I've had many pairs of scissors over the years, and these are one of my absolute favourites. These would be coming to the desert island with me if I had the choice to grab some things from my craft room. So this would definitely be in my bag. But scissors don't always, if you've been into crafting, you know, They don't always cut ribbon particularly well because of the fibres in the ribbon, and they don't always cut card very well. It's a strange one, scissors. But I definitely would recommend that if you're going to buy these scissors, that they're $7.25, I think they are. So they're not too, oh no, 9 something. I think they're 9 something. $9.25, I think it is, yeah. But they are definitely very good for cutting, like I'm doing here. So I'm just going to fussy cut that out. And there we go. So that, I think, looks quite cute. That's it. So I wanted to do it like that. So I quite like that. And actually, I will get my ink and I'll put something on here. I think that's going to go. Let's just grab my ink pad again. I just want a little something under there. So I've just sort of hovered that over it. And I might go a little bit there as well. Yeah, there we go. Let's find something to do that on. Otherwise, I'll get it on my... I always have a bit of scrap paper to hand, so to just do some inking off, really. So it just saves my grid paper to go a bit further. And actually, doing that, I want another bit of the green, or another leaf there coming off. So again, this is a great one to can turn around, you can do different things. So there we go, and I'll just on the bottom of the stamps. Quickly close that up. So Titty sentiment on there now. And because I have this colour, I could actually, I've got a sport for choice now. I've got another stamp set. So many nice sentiments on here. I'm just going quick through. Sending you healing vibes. So I'm going to use that one. And hopefully it'll fit. Yeah. So let's just clean that one. And actually, I think I'm going to use the Rich Raspberry. I love this colour. It's one of my absolute favourites. Oops. Oh, I think I nearly had it upside down then. I always double check my grid paper. I've got it up the right way. There you go. I nearly had it upside down. Whoopsie daisy. That would not be good, would it? So I've just lined up the top of my stamp because I can see through. Sending you healing vibes. There you go. There we go there. I'm going to quickly close that up. And I could mount that up on some 3D foam, and I think I will grab some dimensionals. I'm just going to get my scissors or a bone folder or something, and I'm going to get my flower that I've just cut out, fussy cut round. I'm going to give that, I just want it to be sort of held in the centre where the centre of that is. So that's kind of there. And I want some dimensionals on the rest of my card, just to give it a bit of a amount. Oh, I was going to add, again, sometimes I don't plan things, and I was going to add some cut out pieces, and I wonder if that would make a difference. So let's just try a couple and see what it does. I've got a couple of leaf punches here that I'm using. I tend to use my leaf punches up the wrong way, really. So these come flat like so, and they've got a little clip here that releases them. So you put the card in this end. And I just wondered if that would make it look. Let's just try it. Oh, let's try it, shall we? Let's see what it looks like. Oh, yeah, I quite like it. Ooh. Okay, let's do some of that. I also got this is in the matching green. Again, the green matches that green. I think it looks quite cute. So let's see if we can get another one out of that. Again, you can see where you're punching on this side. It flies up a little bit. So 3 of each. I've also got the sprig punch as well. I've used this such a lot. This is great for Christmas. Reindeer antlers. This is the one, folks. Well, I've got a couple I just want to do. Again, scraps of card here. So let's try a couple of them. We're going to go, and then obviously because you can see, you can angle it to get really maximum out of your card. So really, that was really quite cool. So I use that type of technique quite a lot. again, I just want a little bit of, it's kind of like, I call it paper floristry. Does that make sense? You know, different colours, different, you know, you can have lights and darks. Oh, what we are going to do, I'm going to grab, I do this type of thing a lot with my leaves. You've seen me do this, I think I did it last week, but so they just, for me, they just look so flat and a bit boring. So I like them to look a bit, and look a bit more alive, a little bit more. Again, so it starts off like so. I'm just going to get my, let's do it on my, let's grab my mat. There we go. Say my inking hands. I'm just holding, again, I could use my front of my scissors or whatever and just give them a little bit of colour. And there we are, they just look much better, don't they? Let's find that. There we go. I think we caught that, yeah. So I'm just going to do a few of those quickly. This takes a few seconds and it adds such a different look to your flowers. Again, before and after is quite good. See before and after those ones. Pick it up. They just look so much different, don't they? They look much better. So let's do that again quickly. Oh, it's just such a strange world out there at the moment, isn't it? Going out trying to get shopping and all the queuing that we're queuing, and I just hope everyone is safe and well out there. Let's hope we're out of this very, very soon. That's another way to use. I use this messy mat, this 3D silicone mat all the time, and it's always to my left, my right even. That's it, and I just love it. I use it such a lot. So let's try and think where we want our floristry bits to go. I lose a bit of our frame, but I quite like if it's just, I don't know, I cut out 3 of each, but I'm not sure, so we'll have to see. Even if we just go for one sort of corner, who knows? I'm going to stick them straight onto the card, I think. And I'm going to put that one about there, that one on top of it. Putting that in the shop. Seeing that, I've just got a couple there. We will see. Obviously, I can keep trying it. If I don't like it being there, then I can take them away at this point. I'm just going to have a little cluster in the bottom right hand corner, I think. To like that. And I'm going to lift them up a little bit in a bit. I'm going to lift them up to look a bit more 3D. There's a pale one there. I'm just going to pop in. So I'm just going to have a little clustered in the bottom corner, I think. And then I'm going to stick that down by my dimensionals. Take the backs off of those. I quite like that look. What do we think? Let's show it up close so you can see it. So obviously we've got a bit of an edge around it. We've created a bit of foliage here going on. And then I'm going to just move those up a little bit so they look as if they're off page a little bit. I like it. I like those colours together as well. I'm just going to go and quickly clear my desk and get ready for the last card. So let me get my basket ready. My lost stamp. Oh, fancy leaving a stamp on alive. Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry folks. Just going to get ready for the last one. Now today I've got to make a card, an anniversary card for one of my friends. I'm celebrating a very special anniversary. I think sometimes she watches, so this might be a bit of a spoiler for her. So there we go. I like it. I'm going to put that out of the way so I don't get any mess on it. So I have a few things to show you. Again, this is the basket. We're using the Well Said stamp set and the Well Written framelets. I've got a few other things here that I tend to use. A couple of things I really wanted to show you. If you struggle getting dies out and really how to sort of line your dies up. So there's a few things there. So I wanted to show you those. So there should be a card blank here somewhere. Using everything today. And I've got 2 baskets for this one. That's basket number 2. There we go. So I've got some glitter here. Oops, everything's falling out. So just clear the depth a little bit and make some more room. All the stuff's coming out today. So I wanted to start with a Whisper White card base here somewhere. There it is. There's quite a few bits here that I wanted to show you. So my desk is full of stuff around this little bit. So I'm using the Sip Hooray stamp set, and I can find it. There we go, on the pile. I've used this. This is carried over from the last catalogue. Hold in my throat. Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry about that, folks. Yes, I've been using this quite a lot. Oh my goodness. We are live, folks. I need to get a frog in my throat. I've used this quite a lot for Christmas. I did a few New Year's cards. This is quite my go-to one if it's celebrations. I did it for 16th birthday, 18th anniversary. I actually use it quite a lot, and I've got the coordinating dies that go with it. I wanted to show you how to line up the framelit that goes with it, because I've struggled with this, and I found an idea online. So when you make a template, I want to show that for you. I know one of my customers, Jules, if you're watching, Jules, this is the bit that you need to listen to. So I know she's watching, I'm sure. So this is a 25th anniversary card. It's going to be. So I started a bit blingy, a bit sparkly. This is our glimmer. What's it called? Glimmer paper. What's it called? This is it. Sparkle glimmer paper, and it's really big to get on the screen there. But it's a 12 by 12 sheet. That you get 2 sheets in that. So yes, I've already cut ahead of time the mat and the layer, one of the layers. In the set of the dies, let me just show you. It has. Oops, it's stuck together. I'll close that up and take the bits out. It has that bit there and that bit. And it also has this bit, which is like bubbles type thing, or it could be snow. I've used it for Christmas. I used it as a snow scene. I had little things sort of, on this bit here, as you can see. So it's quite good as like a snowbanky sort of scene. I've used that for that. Also has the coordinating dies for that. So that's where I'm getting those from. So this one was quite difficult to get the pieces out. And I wanted to show you how, once I've done it through the Big Shot, I've popped it through the Big Shot already. And sometimes you need to just protect your card a little bit, because I didn't protect my card. See that I've got a bit of a mark there. And sometimes you might want that mark there. So it's a couple of things you can do. I did the same on that side as well. So I'm going to cover this over because I don't want those bits, but I'm going to put something over it, not to hide it. I'm going to be using a bigger thing, so that's great for me. But sometimes it can be difficult to get these little pieces out. So the way to do this, Stampin' Up! Actually do a, I think you're getting that, yeah, okay. Take your pick brush, die brush tip. So on the take your pick, I've got mine here. This is the thing. It actually has the bits that you can interchange. So I haven't got this brush, but I have to get it. This little brush goes into the end of this. So actually you can do the bit that I've already got a little brush for. So it also comes with one of these sort of like, I don't know, foamy mats. But I have got an old style foamy mat, but they don't have this, this is my old style one. So I keep mine in a case. This isn't the mat bit, I'm assuming that's sort of similar sort of other thing. So it's just like a foam. And you put your die you'll fit, if anything's come out of that, you'll feel it naturally slotting where it came from. And then you get your dye brush, or that one's here. I've got a little old style one that's got a little handle with it. And then you rub this, the little brush, through the dye. So obviously this is protecting your card to take all those little bits out. Some people like to sit there and they like to do that, like the little bits out. Me, I just like to get on with the card, but you know. So all the little bits will be on there. There might be the odd bit that might go, but the majority of them, there's quite a few there. Again, that middle bit hasn't got particularly well, so I'll find the groove where it, you'll see, find the groove where it automatically fits in. I might have done that bit very well. Just get that over, and that's more or less gone. I just might get the odd bit from the back, or the odd little bit. I've got quite a few little bits there, so I want to show you this die actually, and so you see how it all works. A little bit there that's got caught, but there we go. Let's take that out of there. So that's how that works. So obviously I just catch them in the little bits and then put them in the bin. So that's what I do. I wanted to just show you that for a while. So how that all works. So that's my piece. Where's my card? There's my card. I have cut ahead of time a couple of layers. So that's my layer. I wanted to go there. So I've got a sparkle there, a white with the white. I love it. Sparkles. And a bit of that. Now, I'm quite thrifty. I can't help it. It's just in my genes. I'm going to put a layer on top of here. So my card will eventually look something like this. So for me, the bit underneath here, this is quite, more expensive. This piece here, you're not really going to see. So, and this, I want to use this in another project or on this project. So I could gut this out. So I'll show you how to do that on your paper trim. If you've got a paper trim, this is an excellent way to do it. So all I'm going to do, I want some gutting lines. It's called gutting. You'll see what gutting means. I'm just going to cut out a piece that no one's going to see. You're not going to see it on the card, so it's not going to detract from that. I just want a couple of marks, pencil marks, where I can. I don't want this to go over because I don't want to not see it, but I think it will be okay. But just to be sure, a couple of little pencil marks. So from there to there, I know I'm okay. So I can get the paper trimmer in. Not all paper trimmers can allow you to do this. This is another thing why I love this trimmer. So I've got so much product on my desk, I'll show you. So let's just move those across a second. So when we're doing gutting, I've got my paper here and my glimmer paper here. I'm going to do it from the opposite side. Again, not all trimmers will get through this paper. It's one of the thickest papers that they cut glimmer paper around. It's really quite thick, and obviously it's got a layer of the glitter on there as well, so it's quite thick. So not all of the paper trimmers will get through that, but this one does. So I want to come, say, an inch in. Let's see if we can, I'll have to stand up just to get you to see this. So I'm going to come down to about half an inch. So I'm going to line. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe just try and lift that up. But hang on. Oops, daisy. I think getting that. Yep. Line. There's a little mark on my trimmer up the half-inch mark. Difficult for me to see and do at the same time, so I'm just going to, I've got one blade, whoops, so let's go half inch, get the right blade, choose the right cutting blade. I'm going to come down to about half an inch that side. So I'm going to do the same here. So I'm going to come up, so from the whatever, I'm going to try and line that up with wherever I cut it from. I can see that. Oops, I've gone past the mark there. There we are. Okay, I'm trying to do this at an angle. I'm going to come up to that mark and go back. I'm not going to see this because it won't bother to me too much. And again, there's my pencil. I'm not going to line that up with that. Hopefully, again, it's got a mark either side, so I'm going to try and line that up with that mark where I've been cutting. And then I'll go to about half an inch that side. I'm going to match the two bits up, hopefully. Again, I'm going to go from that mark to that mark. I want to use this piece because this, again, you're not going to see this underneath. Ta-da! So then I've got that for another project I want to use on this project. So there we go. Again, you're not going of see that under there. So that is that. Oh, love it. That can be some of my layers. I'm not going to see that at all. So I've got a few layers going on here today. Quite white and sparkly. Lovely. So then I wanted to show you how to cut out your from the, yeah, there we go. So I'm just looking for my card. So, sometimes it can be difficult. If I want to show you what I mean here. Where's my? There you go. So I'm going to grab my flute glass from the stamp set. I'm going to put that on a block and in the work box. So I'm going to let that just go down like so. Sometimes it can be difficult if you've got a big sort of stamp like that. It's just to let it go back to where it is. You'll remember. Look at that memory sort of silicone almost, rubber that they're made of. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to die cut it out. So I'm going to stamp it as normal. Then I want to cut it out. So it can be quite difficult to get that lined up. I just wanted to show you what I've done. So I've actually already cut, get a scrap piece of card. I've got that on there. I put it through my big shop. Let's come back and I can keep that for another project. I turn this. So what you need to do is to cut, to make it like a template, you have to cut there. And I may cut this side as well about there. So that hasn't worked, has it? So I cut that the wrong way. I meant to do one cut, so I've done 2 cuts. Let's do that again. Should we do that again? It's live. We're live. Can we get away with that? So I now know this cut's there. I'm going to do 1 cut, not 2. A bit of a wally. There we go. So I'm going to cut that round. I'm going to join that up where I've cut. I do need to keep one of the cuts, that one. I don't mean to do 2. I'm just going to do that. You'll get the idea of what I mean. I'm sure. That goes there. So then you can actually position, you are seeing this, yeah. So you can position that round a little bit. So I just want to move that top one over there a little bit. So just make 1 cut. You do need 1 cut, not 2. So then I can position this. This will just kind of find its groove. You then get that one round and that one round. And because I've got a finger there in place of it, it will keep where your die needs to be. I'm going to grab my tape. Oh, my finger moved. My finger moved. My tape is gone. Oh dear. The bit of washi tape that I'm going to be using to hold it down. My plates and that are really very warm at the moment. So I'm going to show you that again. So I've got to get a fresh bit of tape because my tape's disappeared. I think it's disappearing today. Okay, so we're going to start again. I'll show you that again. So I've got a new bit of washi tape. I'll show you something else. So washi tape. It's a brand new bit off the roll. It's an old roll that I've got. And then we need to de-stickify it a bit. So I'm going to put it on my jeans. Oh, I use my top. There you go. I'll show you that. So you put it on somewhere that you're wearing and you de-stickify it. So if I put this straight onto my card, it may pull up the fibres of the card. It might not, but sometimes it does. So you need to double check that with a scrap bit of card. It's not going to pull up any fibres from my card. So there you go. If I'm not finding something, I showed you something else that I've only cut it in one place, folks. Not I've done and cut it in 2 places. So we're going to line that up. We'll do that again. I want to go to the cut up here. I'm going to line up my die. And then I'm going to just slot that into the piece so it feels there. I'm going to pull that out. And then obviously that should be in the right place. So I'm going to put that in the middle there. I'm going to hold that there. That's going to hold that now. So I'll back shot and cut that out quickly. There's no room for the big shot to come onto my desk, so I'm really sorry about that, folks. So hopefully this should come out. Ta-da! And it's perfect. It's absolutely all good all the way around. It's good. So yeah, that's that bit done. So I want to do exactly the same again to my, I want to cut out the person who this card is going to. She likes mudslides. So I know what her favourite cocktail is. That's a good thing. And I know slides, I've just had to look. I couldn't remember the colour of it. I know we've been out before and she's had mudslides. I should remember the colour of it, but I just had to quickly look it up. So apparently they're brown. To me, in the stamp box, it's like a crumb cake. So it's like a crumb cake sort of colour. So I'm going to quickly get another block because that isn't quite big enough. Grab a block and pop that on there. Again, if these stamps you feel as if they're not going back right, just let them. I've peeled it off. Just let it sort of drop, and it should drop in its. It's got a whole bit in the middle there. It's got like a hole in the middle there, you can see. So sometimes you might need to just position it so it comes back to where it should be stamping. So I'm going to ink that up. I'm going to stamp it out, and then hopefully cut round it. This one isn't too bad to cut round because I've done this one before. So there we go. It's such a lovely stamp set, this one. It's really versatile. I've done this type of thing. You should have numbers coming out of it for special birthdays. It's really quite cool. So I'm just going to ink again. Sometimes you can see it, sometimes you can't always see it, but if you can't, obviously cut the template. You can use that. I'm going to put that in the centre there, a bit of washi tape. Just helps to secure it. And that's my glass. Oh, so there we go. So I'm going to put those onto the side out of the way. Then I just have to think about colouring in my glasses because they are empty at the moment and they look a bit weird. So I'm going to colour in a mudslide for my friend because I know she likes mudslides, and they are a crumb cakey sort of colour, and they have a white bit on the top, like a creamy bit on the top. So it's something like sort of that, then it has a white bit on the top. I'm going to use a product that I love, and it's a Stella. It looks a bit like a mascara, I know, but it's a bit sparkly. And I will show you that. There we are. I think we are getting that sparkles. So it kind of matches my card, and I'm just going to go down there a little bit, so it's got a little bit of sparkles in. Now this one I wanted to, it does have a stamp that you could sort of ink and put in there, depending on what you want to put in there. I just want something a little bit sort of sparkly because it's bubbles. So all I'm going to do, I could do the same at the top of something, but you know. I'm just going to go up the glass, whatever I think it should be. And it's got, you can't see that very well, but it's got a little bit of that, there you go, you can see it. A bit of a sparkles about it, so that looks great, and I like that. I'm just going to quickly pop some dimensionals on the back of these while we're here. I think that's almost dry. Grab the dimensionals back in and get those on there. Again, I'll use my poker tool for this, it makes it a little bit easier. My paper piercing tool, because I do want to have them 3D. This is a slightly longer card today. I know sometimes if you like something a bit, it takes a bit more time. We've got a bit more time at the moment, haven't we? So this is very much how I craft, you know. So there's no editing. This is just live, folks. And things go wrong. I lose stamps in my craft room. We are live. So I'm just going to put one for the centre there. There we go. I think that's okay. Yep, there we go. I need one for my stem of my champagne flute. I'm just going to cut the dimension in half. ones on the back of my scissors. There we go. So that just got that good support for the stem of the glass. And then on my, oh, cool. She's going to love that mudslide. That she'll know that's a mudslide, hopefully. So, right, I think I'm going to start putting my card together. Grab the glue. Again, you're not going to see that piece. I'm going to hide that bit. That's what's called by gutting. So we do that quite a lot in scrapbooking. Talking of scrapbooking, if you are on, I urge you to check out my YouTube channel tomorrow. I have a new feature coming out called Scrapbook Sundays. So I'll show you towards the end, but there is a new, I've started scrapbooking again. Yay! I've missed scrapbooking no end. So I really, really have. And I'm getting back into it again. So that's that. These are there's quite a few layers here I'm going through. And I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue just to secure that down. There we go. And a little bit there as well on the big bits. So just to secure it. There we go. But I don't mind it if it looks as if it's off the page a little bit. There's a little bit that's annoying me. A little hole. My iPad is making a noise. It keeps binging at me. It's annoying. Sorry, I forgot to turn my iPad down. So there we go. We're just going to pop those on. Oh, whoopsie daisy. The glue was right there. So if that happens to you, I'm just going to try and wipe it off with my finger a little bit. Whoopsie daisy. The iPad's really annoying. Can my family stop texting a second? Because I'll have to turn that off because all I can do is it binging. Sorry, folks. Oh, sorry. Let me turn that down. I can't find the turning down buttons. Sorry. I think I might have to chuck that out of the room because all I can hear is it binging. Sorry, folks. There we go. It's out of the room. Sorry. So that's there. That's there. And I'm just gonna make sure that that's there. So yes, this is their 25th anniversary this week. So I can't believe she's been married for so long. It's lovely. So I'd like to wish many congratulations to Jane and Andy because it's this week they're celebrating their very special anniversary. So I'm going to put these down. I want to greeting on there real quick. I know we're going for time. We're coming up to an hour. So there we go. That's that in there, and that's the mudslide in there. I just wanted to show you how to make a real quick greeting. I like to use this stamp set. I'm going to put that about there because that looks pretty cool. So I'm using my scraps here, and I wanted to use the bit we've cut off actually to get a happy out of, and that's perfect, isn't it? I'm just going to give that a little trim. That through the big shot quickly and make it happy, and I'll do the anniversary. There we go. So that's cool. This is only my second YouTube live, so I'm still learning, folks, but we are trying to push boundaries. So I'm learning all the time. Please leave me a comment. I can't see any of the comments. Live chat, unable. Not sure what's happened there. So I hope you can leave me a comment. I will catch up with the comments at the end of the video. So I will do that. So I'm not quite sure where to put the happy bit. It's got a bit from it. I'll put anniversary on there. I did find my anniversary. This anniversary stamp. I've got lots and lots here. So the Well Said stamp set. I like this a lot. It has so many things. This and the dies coordinate together for me just perfectly. And I've got anniversary out. So I'm going to use a tiny scrap here. And I'm just going to, as you can see, I save all my scraps. Anniversary, and I want happy. So I just want to cut that out into a pennant. I didn't have this before on the live, so I'm going to cut a little bit of an edge like so. Now I'm going to go into the centre. I'm going to cut down from this corner to this bit I've just knocked into. Oops, I'm shaking there. What, Daisy? We are live. And that date to that. Okay. Well, happy anniversary. I've not planned where to put this piece, so I've got a couple of people I will say hello to at the end. I know there are a couple of messages there, so I will come back to those in a sec. I'll just get this card finished. So happy anniversary. So I just want to put that about there. And I'm going to put happy. A couple of messages that I need to do. So I'm just going to put that there, and I'm going to show you real quick how I get to stick this down. So I've got a blob of glue. Yeah, there we go. So I keep a sponge at all times for this, and I'm using my mat again. I use this a lot. I'm going to get a little bit of the glue on there. Then we're going to just blob over it. Whoops. Sorry. Hubby's just come in. I've got a message. So I'm going to get to that in a sec. Real quick, I'm going to be with you. I don't think that's going to be happy about there. There we go. So that's how you attach that. Because sometimes it can be quite fiddly. And that is our card for Jen and Andy. So I'd like to wish them a very, very many happy anniversary for this week coming up. So and finally, I have some questions. I know coming in on the iPad. Coming in on the iPad, Debbie? Hello. So I've got some questions coming on the iPad that I need to answer. Thank you very much for watching today. Oh, right, okay. I've got a couple of people to say hello to. I'd like to say hello to Kerry and Jess Humphreys. So yes, thank you very much for watching today. And the message. And Sarah's on as well. So I can't quite see the comments on my screen, so I'm a bit blind here. But I really hope you've enjoyed today's live. We are live. Anything happens, I lost a stamp set and everything else. So a stamp, I don't know where I lost it. I still can't see it on my desk. So there we go. But things happen for a reason. I'm never quite sure why, and that's very much how I craft. But yes, so thank you ever so much for watching today. You can head over to my blog and if you'd like to buy any supplies that I've used today. Obviously, you know, it's taken a while to build up my stash in my craft room, but you know, there's some real simple sets you can buy that you can do lots with. So there's lots of options for you. Head over to my blog, my website. You can click on shop. If you'd like to buy anything, pop it in your basket. And more importantly, please leave a message. I'd love to know what you think about today's video. I know I sometimes go on and lose things and do stuff, but you know, I hope you like I do make for you, but make with you about that. And don't forget to click on the bell and subscribe to my channel so don't miss out on any of my future videos. Thank you ever so much for watching today. Please keep safe and well. Have a good weekend. I hope it's going to be a nice weekend for everyone. Get out in the garden or get out into some fresh air and get some space. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much. Bye bye, everyone. Bye bye. I'm just going to find the stop.